My name is Kelly Thorpe and I am currently a senior at the University of Minnesota. In the summer of 2012, just before the start of my impending senior year, I ventured to Panama and had an experience that impacted my views on life and helped me discover vital information about myself. In Panama, I worked as a 6-week volunteer with the program Amigos de las Americas. I had the opportunity to live with a host family who spoke only in Spanish, which not only strengthened my communication skills and multicultural knowledge, but also allowed me to build another family and community abroad.
Tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't feel alone.
Living so far away from my Minnesotan family was at times a difficult feat, but in the end was quite worth it because I discovered the liberation felt when first striking out parentless. I recognize the importance of finding unity and friendship, especially when faced with a new situation or even cultural isolation. My Panamanian adventure allowed me to identify a few of my core beliefs, which include exposure to diversity and the importance of community. This sense of community was also infused into my neighborhood growing up. I lived in the same house in South Minneapolis for over 18 years. With such a close proximity to the lakes, urban bike trails, and just a car ride away from some of the best state parks, my appreciation for nature and exploring flourished. From a young age, my parents would take me on camping trips to northern Minnesota, the Badlands, and Glacier National Park. While my arrival at these destinations was breathtakingly picturesque, I reminisce more in the journey my family and I had venturing to these sites.
Out in the garden where we planted the seeds, there is a tree as old as me.
With hours in the car, my parents would fill my mind with colorful stories from their childhood, lessons they had learned, and their definitions of what it means to be happy and to be successful. One of the core aspects of success, my dad would say, is not only doing something well, but doing something you love, something that makes you happy. This is just one of the reasons my dad is my role model. He has always encouraged me to reach for my dreams and do what I love, even if it's not the most practical option or the option that will make me the most money. He instilled in me a huge appreciation and love for nature, which has played a big role in my life since childhood, and it still does today with my current internship through the Sierra Club.
Held on as tightly as you held on to me.
Experienced what I would consider my biggest failure. I tend to be a more reserved and shy person, especially when I know no one around me and I'm completely alone. I allowed this to get the best of me during my first few weeks in Panama because I did not engage with the community or talk to anyone outside my host family due to the fact I was scared my Spanish skills were not up to par and they would not be able to understand me. It took me 3 weeks to realize that it is better to put yourself out there and maybe look like a fool than to not try at all and to keep to yourself. Some of the fears I realized I had from this experience was a fear of disappointing others. In Panama and in my everyday life here at the U, I'm always trying to please others, be it my friends or family. Sometimes I want to put the needs of others before my own desires just because I don't want to feel like I'm disappointing or inconveniencing a friend. I believe this last fear also ties into my strength of harmony, which is based on finding a balance or finding the happy medium. A few other of my strengths that I consider most important are positivity and adaptability, because I think it is important to be able to adapt to the ever-changing life situation in a positive manner and with a happy demeanor and attitude. I hope that in the future I can discover more about myself and learn more about what makes me happy and drives me to success.